And welcome back, everyone. Ellington here, and we are back on Total War Rome 2. We've got ourselves a 3 versus 3 today, and we are back on the settlement of Alexandria. We actually haven't seen this settlement in a little while, or at least I haven't. Always typically a fan favorite, but yeah, we haven't seen this one in quite some time. This one was sent in by Pedro Soar. Pedro is playing Seleucid on the attackers. For his allies, we have got Athens being commanded by J. Page, and Mesacely being commanded by Irids? I don't really know how to say it. For the defenders, we've got Saba being commanded by T. Hughes, although the way it looks makes me think of Thews. We've got Nabatea being commanded by H2O. And finally, Carthage defending the settlement of Alexandria, being commanded by Sir Quackington. I don't know that that's actually how he sounds, but that's just my imagination of how he sounds because his name's Sir Quackington. And Sir Quackington is the kind of name that deserves a voice, okay? It deserves it. Don't you talk back to me. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. So first of all, this is a pretty standard attack here for Alexandria, okay? So it's pretty normal to attack this little area right here due to the fact that you can get back shots, you can get shots over here, you can pummel this with artillery. You know, it tends to be a softer position to be able to get units into the settlement and get a little bit of a foothold. So it's pretty common that we see this. What we usually will see is a push here, then a little bit later on we'll probably see some knocking down of these walls right here as they get more pressure over here. But that's probably going to be later in the game. What typically happens is it's a push through here, and then they try to push through these alleyways right here. I don't think they have destroyed the Colosseum yet, so that's always an option. The Seleucid Ballista still has, it looks like it hasn't used any ammo, so plenty there. Mesacely leading off the charge here on the left. We've got Desert Legionaries going straight in, so not even sending in his cheaper stuff, although I don't really see cheaper stuff. He's got one Numidian light infantry right there. By the way, we did see some Saba cavalry come over. I think they're hiding over here. They did come out of that gate. I trimmed that off because, to be perfectly honest with you, it was part of all the stuff that we didn't really need to see. I think we can all agree after watching many of these battle replays, you know, when you've seen one siege tower hit the walls or one tortoise hit the walls, you've seen a million tortoises hit the wall, right? So we don't really need to see all of it. I hope you guys agree with that, because if not, I've been really screwing myself because I've been chopping off a lot of them. Carthaginian Scorpion, Sir Quackington. That came out a little bit different than the first voice that I gave Sir Quackington. Don't worry, by the end of this replay, we'll have an official Sir Quackington voice in the mix, right? I mean, you gotta think, it's Sir Quackington. I mean, it has an air of sophistication and gravitas, right? Which means it's gotta be a kind of, Sir Quackington, yes. Somebody in this video is going to be like, shut the fuck up, dude. We do have a little bit of a fight here between, we've got 2 Syrians versus a lot of defending archers. We've got Nabateans, 4 of them, and a Cretan. I'm a bit surprised he took that fight. He's got 2 more of his Syrians moving forward, but by the time they get up there, I mean, it's a bit late. Really took a little bit of a disadvantageous fight there. 101. He's doing okay. Looks like he's trying to juke some shots here. Seleucid leading off on the right-hand flank here. We got 2 units of Thorax Swords going up against some Nabatean Axe Warriors and Desert Levy. Nabatean Axe Warriors have a solid charge bonus. They would be a good unit with this Desert Levy to do some cycling. Probably not just sitting in there, you know, in that fight, both of them by themselves. Got some Thorough Spears up on the wall. Okay, so the Syrians did fall back. I don't think, so they got 14 kills. Yeah, just 14 kills. Looks like the Cretans of Athens got a couple. Do have Thorough Spears up on the wall, getting some shots, but the Sabaean archers taking advantage of that. Ooh. It's got 37 kills on the Thorough Spears. The Saba, well, I just missed it. Sorry. Got Cretans here getting some shots in on, oh, they got back shots on the Desert Cohorts. Oh yeah, I bet that hurt. Sir Quackington, 9 kills on his Cretan archers. We have not seen the Saba cavalry again. They said, as far as I could tell, they came out, they sat here, and then they went off this direction. So they very well could have gone back into that gate. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're going to show up right now and start blowing through stuff over here. It's possible. Desert Legionary has 133 kills already. They are going up against Nabatean Axe Warriors, so the Desert Legionary is a far superior unit. We're going to get a swap out here. Yep, there we go, swapping. This is a not fresh unit, but a healthier unit. 139 on the other unit, and this one with 98 kills. The other unit almost broke there from the Javies in the back. They're actually still throwing at that unit that was in combat. Thorax Swords, 23 kills. They just broke the Desert Levy. This seems to just be a bit of a grind fest over here. So you can see this is a good use of Shield Wall right now. So he's using Shield Wall to compact his formation off to the side here. And as you can see, this other unit is kind of off to the left. And I think they're out of ammo now, but this unit can use his Javies, if he had ammo, to throw into the flank of that unit. Thus, basically trying to kind of eliminate a little bit of the casualties of the Thorax Sword there in combat. He may not have any Javies left. He's got 114 kills, actually. This guy's got 138 going up against Nabatean Axe Warriors. Got the Cretans coming over. They are looking to get some shots. They're going for the Cretans. 60 kills. The Carthaginian Cretans are shooting back. They are pretty beat up, so they are going to lose that fight. So now we got the Thorax of Athens and the Desert Cohort now of Macesli in the fight here on the left-hand flank. Like the bright green versus the gray. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. It was an accident, I promise. Thorough Spears, 16 kills, but 105 men left. All right, so here we go. They are starting to break down the wall on the left flank. It is a little earlier than I usually expect. Oh, no. Got a glitched wall. So your best bet here is take another Tortoise, break it, or he's going to go to this one, which is basically, I think it's just the corner wall. No, it's got to be 2 walls. So you have to have this wall and then the corner wall. So I'm curious as to which one he will go for. Nabateans really shooting into, I think they're shooting at the Desert Legionaries. Maybe it was the Thorough Spear. But now we've got the Syrians for Seleucid up here now. And here comes the artillery. So Seleucid's artillery, 79 kills now. A lot of firepower in this area. The push over here is going relatively well. On this side, still a bit of a grind fest, but that's all right. Okay, the corner wall is down. You know, it may even be worth taking a couple shots with the artillery and breaking down that wall. Or your next bet is you bring this tortoise over and break it down. So what this allows is an extra avenue for the attackers to exploit the back of this defense here. But it also allows for a little more movement space for the defenders if they want to sally out cav. As of right now, the only place they could send stuff out is right here. And, you know, it's not too hard to defend against that. There's only this little spot and all the way down here. The gate is open, so I think something might be coming out. Could be retreating troops maybe, but anyways, by this wall being open now the defenders have another avenue if they wanted to get a little spicy with their, you know, defending troops like their cav. Now we got late Libyan hoplites in for Sir Quackington. 123 min life. He's got 5 kills. They're pretty outmatched by the Desert Cohort. Here's that artillery again. Really just focusing in on these archers over here. And they are taking losses. 95, 77, 77. And 99. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. He's just letting loose on that, man. He's not even worried about it. He alt-click, boom, go to hell. Now up on the wall, we got the Thorough Spears, another Thorough Spear unit up on the wall. Now notice, because this is gone, they can't stop them, right? They can get up on this wall all they want. The only thing the defenders can do about it is what they're doing right now, and that's shoot them. They do leave themselves pretty exposed up there on the wall. Was that the tortoise? I think it was. So instead of breaking the damage wall, they decide to go with an alternate, you know, with a completely separate wall. All the way on the other side, here's those archers moving over to the flank again. So what that allows just means they can shoot right into the backs. Got the Carthaginian Cretans. Now this is a healthier Cretan than the one we saw earlier. I think the other one earlier is gone. Like gone. When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Libyan infantry up on the wall. I'm not 100% sure why. There's just not really much they are doing up there. They're not fighting enemies. The attackers did send in that tiny, poor little Hillman unit, and Libyan infantry are going to slaughter it. But they've got a very promising push going here from Mysaceae and Athens. Seleucid on the other side is still kind of where he was before, but still doing pretty well. Honestly, he's keeping units and attention over here. Here's that Saba cavalry. So interestingly, he brought 2 Desert Heavy Lancers and then the Marib Camel Cataphracts. Desert Heavy Lancers are honestly a pretty good unit, don't get me wrong. But it's Saba, and usually the play there is just bring in your Camel Cataphracts, you know what I mean? 2 Desert Chariots from Nabatea. So the Yakima cavalry from Seleucid should be able to beat the Desert Heavy Lancers. They are a really good unit, though. 44 melee attack, 46. They actually might be relatively evenly matched. 25, 27, 72, 76. So the Yakima Cav is just all in all a little better. You know, it's not outstandingly better, but just it's a little better. But I think that's what speaks so highly to the Desert Heavy Lancers, is I think they're quite a bit cheaper than the Agema Spears and have a much better price on them. You know, what I'm saying is they have much better price for realistically not that crazy different stats. In a one-on-one, the Game of Spear or the Game of Cav is probably going to win that. Obviously, there are other things that can go into it, like who gets the better charge. There's all sorts of little things that can affect that, but you know, statistically, the Game of Cav should win that. But the problem is, there's only one a Game of Cav. You got 2 Desert Heavy Lancers and the Cataphracts and 3 Desert Chariots. Kind of surprised that he's bringing the Desert Chariots all the way out on the flank like that. You know, a lot of the clumped formations that tend to happen in here would be really good opportunities usually for the Chariots. Obviously, most of the units here are able to kind of counter Chariots to a point with either Shield Wall or Javies or something of the sort. Also, things like the Desert Legionaries are extremely heavy units, so Chariots don't move through them very easily. That's what I feel like, you know, whoever was doing the vocals for these, you know, like, I couldn't imagine just standing in front of the microphone. But it's fine. 253 kills on the Thorax Sword, and then he's got a fresh one in behind it. The late Libyan Hoplites up on the wall, still holding pretty well. Thorax Sword on the wall, 202 kills. Chariots are circling around. I hope the Giant Ballista is out of ammo, but he might not be because he is trying to move that away. So, you know, if he was out of ammo, I don't know that he would care too much if it died. Sorry, but not sorry. So we've got Shield Wall, Shield Wall, Shield Wall, Shield Wall, and then a bunch of Thorough Spears. Well, okay, maybe the Giant Ballista is out because he just left it there. Or he forgot. There's the Javies, and look at that. This is textbook counter cavalry, counter chariot. Beautifully done. Obviously, things are going to get in, right? Like, that's not saying that things are not going to, oh, look, they got in, they got kills. But this is textbook. They broke one of them before it even got in, right? If these guys don't get at least 250 kills, it was not worth it. 122 kills, yeah, I mean, they might get a couple more kills as they retreat, but like this guy right here might, you know, get them a few more. But that right there, that is textbook counter chariot. Beautifully done, well done. Like, guys, that might be one of the best examples of counter chariots that I've seen in a replay. Well done. Sorry, but it did cause us to miss a little bit of this here. The Desert Heavy Lancers and the Marib Camel Cataphracts charged in. The Mercenary Veteran Hoplites holding, and with the Hoplite formation, that's not a bad call. You know, it puts them in a very tight formation. I believe do they get counter cavalry? Or not counter, but expert charge defense? No. But still, the heavy, thick formation is really helpful in and of itself. Now we're getting Cretan archers from Sir Quackington shooting over here at the Mercenary Cretan archers of Athens. Now, the attack here has slowed a little bit. They did reroute a lot of units here to deal with the chariots. So it might take a sec of kind of reshuffling things around to get units back towards the front. But all in all, doing okay. Defenders are doing really well here. You know, they aren't really doing anything, like, particularly out of par that's really, like, you know, so terribly, God, these are so bad, you know what I mean? They're doing pretty well here. The thing I could say is, like, with your Mercenary Moscots, maybe do a little better cycling, especially with things like the Nabatean Axe Warriors that also have relatively good charge bonus. Or at least they do if they use their Frenzy Charge, I think is what it is. Yeah, it's Frenzy Charge. You know, I think it bumps their charge bonus up to like 30 or something. A lot of Javies coming in from Masacely, but same thing coming from the defenders. You know, early on, the attackers were making really good progress, right? You know, you could see where the original line was up here. But the defenders have done a really good job at turning that around and putting up a stout defense on both flanks. You know, we've got Samnite warriors now in over here. We got some Libyan infantry, but here comes more of that infantry from Masacely and Athens. Archers moving up from Nabatea. It's 36, 36, 59, 68. Is that Scorpion still firing? 63 kills on it. I honestly think they should probably hold their ammo just a tiny bit longer, because right now I don't think they've got the best angle at the enemy. But as the enemy gains ground, I think that could change.
Yes, Commander.
The back, I think this is the Nabatea in general. He's got to be careful. I don't think they're, well, their ballista's gone, so never mind. Never mind. Now we've got, is that Numidian skirmishers? Are they throwing over the house there? I think it is. No, it's Thorough Spears. But I think they're throwing right here at the Libyans. Look at the counter push here from the defenders. Look at that. They're retaking some ground. Numidian light infantry going up on the wall, but they're pretty banged up, and I doubt they have ammo. Cretans up here now, 48 kills. Syrians with 55. Syrians took a real beating over here. Now the cavalry from Saba, I don't know if you caught that, they're circling around the back of this mountain over here. Let's see where they go. Sorry, I was taking a drink real quick. There they are. Yeah, we coming around the mountain when they come. Yeah, we coming around the mountain when they come. This is, I mean, it's pretty standard stuff, you know what I mean? Nothing too terribly out like crazy, right? I think the big difference maker in the end could be those chariots, right? There was a significant amount of money that was applied to them, and they did nothing. As soon as he saw that the defenders were that prepared for it, pull them back. Don't waste it going into those. As soon as you see shield wall and backed up by Thorough Spears, it's a waste of waste of money. It's just not a good idea. I think you pull them back, even if you pull them back into the city to use for later, whatever. You know, it sucks. At that point, you've lost your element of surprise, but really, it's better that, you know, and you maybe catch them unawares later on, than throwing them into a fully prepared enemy to just die. You know, just a bit of a waste of money. But unfortunately, that could be a big difference maker here, you know what I mean? Money is key. Money is men. You know, so those chariots, the money spent on those chariots is less money spent on infantry. Nabatea's general thinking about maybe getting a little saucy. I don't really get this. This is not a good idea. That just not a great idea. He's coming in behind, and I don't get that. 56 out of 80. And with the Agema Cav and the Thorax, I mean, he's kaput, he's gone. And that sucks. Nabatea is not good at morale. So with his gen dying here, that could be a really big impact on Nabatea's army. Saba now charging in. Thorough Spears, well prepared. They don't have the shield wall, but they do have the Javies. Got 41 kills and 83 kills, 64. The general did not go in. He has 12 kills from earlier. I think that was a poor move too. I mean, that was a lot of losses in that, man. I think you have to hold that cav and wait for a better opportunity. It was an obviously bad opportunity to go in. General recently dead, so look at that. I mean, these units are hurt, but still. I really wouldn't be too surprised if we start seeing units push this flank now. Realistically, I don't know that they have troops to stop it. Libyan infantry now in the fight. Desert Cohort. Desert Cohort. This one's 108 men with 201 kills. Thorough Spears look like they still have ammo. We got Libyan infantry with 58 versus Mercenary Veteran Hoplites of 71. Oh, I think they were thinking about maybe trying to cut them off from the gate. But they see this stuff here. Carthaginian Scorpion might be left outside the walls, though. Interesting. He goes back here. You can't go up here. I'm almost positive, right? Huh. I honestly didn't think you could go up there. Interesting. Very interesting. Here comes the Agema Cav coming to help out. The Desert Heavy Lancers might catch him sitting, though. Regaining some ground here for the attackers. The grind fight on the other side continues. Libyan infantry at the front are breaking. The line is wandering. Tried to get a jabbing toss on the Desert Heavy Lancers, but that one misses. They're just trying to get back in the settlement, but they're taking some losses from those Javies. Scorpion, I don't know what he's doing. He might be out of ammo, but I still don't know what he's doing. They should probably just go deal with this, with something. Got 146 kills on it. Still got a lot of Libyans here from Carthage. But this push is looking to be about through. We do have some reinforcements coming in from Nabatea. Got Nabatean Axe Warriors. I wonder if did this player quit or something? Just throwing it in like that, I'm not sure I understand the thought process behind just throwing this mob of archers and Nabatean Axe Warriors into the combat there. They're trying to run the crew away. Saba's general trying to come help, though. But as they get further into this, the harder it's going to be to hold this area. I think at that point we'll probably see a fallback because holding this and holding this will be a nightmare. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see these guys fall back, you know, off of the gate somewhere. I don't know. They might still try to hold the Colosseum. 70 kills. 121 kills. On the other side, they continue to try and force their way through. 126. Libyans at 105, but they're about to break. Better get those Moscots in there pretty quick. They're about to lose this gate, or the tower. So they may not go forward back to that because they might lose the tower. It's going to be close. Just getting some looks here. Just a clump of stuff. I am honestly surprised that they have not threatened this yet. Maybe they're waiting for a little more pressure here. But I honestly think this wouldn't be a terrible time to at least kind of threaten it. You don't have to go in, but make them think you might go in. Getting some more Nabatean Axe Warriors moving forward. Got Desert Levy in the mix with some thorax swords and thorough spears. All right, so here goes Nabatea about to break there. Nabatean Axe Warriors actually look like they're going out of the settlement. Not sure what their plan is. As you can see, the courtyard is lost. So now it's down to the secondary defenses, right? We got this. I wouldn't be surprised if they just go to hold here eventually. But they are continuing to try and hold this flank. 115 and 43 kills. 143. And the other two are pretty fresh. I feel like Nabatea is being real goofy weird. If anybody in the game, sorry, I just wasn't talking. I was kind of looking around. I was gonna say if anybody in the game is watching, let me know if Nabatea dropped or quit or whatever, and then that's why he started doing crazy shit. I don't know. I just don't know. Here we go. Now we got a tower moving forward. Where are you gonna drop your tower at? You gonna try and drop it here? Can't drop it here. There's no point to drop it over here, so yeah, I think maybe they'll go to the corner wall here. Because at that point, if they go up there, they can threaten the gate. Scorpion, they tried to come get their Scorpion back, but once again, I think they're getting chased away. Desert Heavy Lancer is kind of holding the area here. The attackers taking a beat here. They're slowing down. As in, they're just taking a moment to kind of consider which ways to go. They're already attacking this area and this area, but that means they're still waiting on this flank to collapse. They may hold a little bit longer before they begin this attack. Units of cav come out for Saba. They might put the cav out here to allow the Scorpion crew to go get the Scorpion. The game of cav said, nah, I'm good. 54 out of 80. He's got 130 kills. This tiny little desert legionary just getting tore up. Now over here, we've got Mercenary Moscot Marauders taking on Thorax Sword and Desert Cohort. Moscot Marauders not the greatest, like, hold your line unit. They're definitely a more active go, go, go type of unit. I think that's something that the attackers are lacking quite a bit of here is hold the line units, hoplites, stuff like that. Sir Quackington brought his late Libyan hoplites, but that's about it. We didn't really see any hoplites from Nabatea, and I mean, I'm not saying that the Saba has the greatest, like, hold the line units at all, but that's why, you know, between Carthage and Nabatea, they should be trying to kind of compensate for that a little bit, at least adding some in. Got one of the attackers using his general abilities. Quick reload on the Numidian skirmishers. Mercenary Sam Knight's just getting ripped up. 100 kills. Careful with your general there, Carthage. Sabaean archers, 108, 130. Moscot Marauders, 45 kills and 25 kills. Here we go. So, Seleucid has come in with only one unit of Thorax here. And obviously, what you would assume, he got surrounded. Curious as to why that unit went in. Maybe it was a misclick or something. It could be. Nabatean Heavies with 68 kills. Cretans with 96. Here we go. So one breach is through. And there's nothing there to stop them. All they've got is some archers here, but these guys are engaged. Go! Come on! What are you, standing around waiting for an invitation? Get in there and get them. And I'm not particularly sure why the defenders let this happen. Although, at this point, I'm pretty sure we could see pretty much everything that the defenders have. I really don't think they have much more infantry or anything like that. Saba's cavalry is out now. Desert Heavy Lancers getting some charges in. Camel Cataphracts not yet.
Pick your targets, man!
Might just charge in there. Not sure that there's a better option at the moment. Friends routing, units losing decisively. They do have some mercenary noble fighters. Now where can they use them? Not over here. They might have to use them right here. Really don't think they have much else of a choice. You can see, what do we got, a cohort? Yeah, desert cohort looping around behind the Moscot Marauders, getting stopped a little bit by the Mercenary Noble Fighters. Mercenary Noble Fighters are fresh, though, only 17 kills. The desert cohort with 252 kills and 2 chevrons. And there's the Agema Cav general. If I was Seleucid, I think I'd take my general and do some reconnaissance, you know what I mean? Go see what's cooking in Alexandria. You can see Carthaginian units falling back.
Quickly now.
Noble Fighter already up to 39, 40 kills. Saba's Cataphracts. Where did the... Yeah, I think they broke the Desert Heavy Lancer. This poor Desert Legionary is now kind of getting teamed up on. We got late Libyan Hoplites hitting him, and the Marib Cataphract General hitting him. Yeah, I think we can fairly say that this battle is going to the attackers. I really just don't see how any way that they could pull it back at this point, unfortunately for them. Got the Agema Cav General Seleucid now behind the lines. He's going to wreak havoc here. Yeah, we'll probably see him doing some hammer anvil strikes here. Late Libyan Hoplites actually still alive. Saba's Cataphract, 147 kills. Now, I actually thought the Saba was going to bring his gen back in to attack the Agema Cav gen, but looks like he was content to sit out there and kill the other ones. As you can see, army loss is starting to kick in now. I think they have some like random units sitting at the back, but you can see how everything up here is broken. So, that, I mean, you got the general.
Advance!
Here he goes. He's turning around for another charge. Turning around. 182 kills. Not too shabby.
Double time! Break the charge!
Yeah, maybe yeah, there you go. Like I said, I thought they might have a couple of units back here. Looks like they're archer units that they saved. It's a good call. It's not wasted bodies. It doesn't affect your army loss. Gamma Cav 244. Wow.
Riders at the double!
We're gonna Gamma Cataphracts at 214.
Back now! Riders advance! Riders forward!
He's gonna turn around and charge him. And he's got the formation.
As you command! Forward! Orders
But I think
understood.
that is it. All right, let's go look at some kills here. All right, so starting off at Seleucid, we've got Pedrosaur, 1,687 kills. 263 on the general with 2 chevrons. His archers did not do so hot. His infantry, 266, 124, 285. Pretty good. Irids, wow. Basically, excuse me. 2,495 kills. That actually leads the entire game. 200 kills on the heavy Numidian skirmishers, 290, 329. I mean, all across the board, very, very good. Athens, being commanded by J. Page, 1740. 123 on the archers, 105. 246 on the thorax is pretty good. Now for the attackers, we have got Sir Quackington with 1,617 kills as Carthage. Yes. For his archers, we got 184 kills. Whereas his infantry, not a couple of them doing okay, but not so great. But ending up with 1,617 kills for Sir Quackington. T. Hughes as Saba, 1,611 kills. The Cav, the only one that realistically did much of anything was your general. And I'd say a lot of your infantry also did not do so hot. We've got H2O as Nabatea with 1,652 kills. So one of the chariots ended up getting 254 kills. Nicely done. The other 3, probably not enough that you needed. Let's see, 107, 163, 132, 120. Nabatea coming in with 1,652 kills. That is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time.